Hey, it's your boy Gavin, back with another video. In this video, I've got some really exciting news in regards to Amazon Australia. Amazon Australia have announced that they're going to build a third warehouse in Queensland. Woohoo! So they're actually going to build in Brisbane. They're going to build in the Lytton, Port of Brisbane area, which is kind of like where all the ships come in Port of Brisbane, and Lytton is like the suburb, that kind of the area that everything is built on, which kind of like makes sense because it's like the distribution hub of where everything comes in from overseas, from China, from globally. It goes through that port facility in Lytton. So I'm excited because I've been building my business for the last 12 months, and I'll tell you what, it's been a struggle because of the logistics and just many hurdles that I've had to go through. I want to talk a little bit more detail about the Queensland warehouse. I can really see where the dominance of Amazon is going to be in Australia. In about 5 years' time, it's going to be the #1 retailer. It's going to far exceed eBay. It's going to be like a dominant e-commerce powerhouse. And I'm so glad that I've been going through the growing pains with my business with Amazon Australia, because I really see the long-term vision of Amazon Australia. I really see that in 5 years' time, it's the e-commerce is going to grow. People are going to have this whole homegrown economy is going to evolve for the future, and Amazon's going to be on the forefront of that. So let's talk a little bit about the depot, and let's head over to my computer now. Amazon expands into Queensland with a new multi-million-dollar hub. Global retail giant Amazon will build a multi-million-dollar hub on industrial land east of Brisbane to be operational by the end of 2020. Queensland Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk took reporters on Thursday that construction on the facility would begin immediately under fast-track COVID-19 recovery plans. The company has been working with global property group Goodman to develop its first Queensland warehouse, a fulfilment centre. Its first Australian site was opened in Melbourne in December 2017, with others following Perth, Sydney and Perth. More than 170 construction jobs will be expected to be created initially, with an additional 200 full-time equivalent jobs once operational. The online retailer, which has been faced criticism around working conditions, also doubled sales within the country over the last financial year, though it's still struggling to turn a profit. There is no doubt the stay-home economy has grown significantly in the past few months, Ms. Palaszczuk said. E-commerce companies like Amazon have a key role to play in supporting the growing economy and helping facilitate Queensland businesses deliver their products to the door. Amazon Australia Operations Director Craig Fuller said Brisbane has a key strategic location to meet increasing demand. The warehouse will be as big as 2 football fields and be used to store more than 500,000 popular products to shorten delivery times. Local businesses who use the company's service to distribute their goods were likely to benefit from the new location near Port of Brisbane, Mr. Fuller said. State Development Minister Kate Jones said government had helped negotiate the sale to Goodman of the surplus industrial land in Lytton. In 2018, workers at the Melbourne site described feeling unsustainable pressure to meet performance targets. It's a hellscape, one said. Criticisms of the insecure, casual nature of labour force workers led to the creation of 500 permanent Australian jobs last year. Amazon Australia announced in January it would speed up deliveries with an Uber-style app to contract drivers, raising concerns about public safety and liability. Asked about the company's labour history, Ms. Palaszczuk said that, of course, the company would have to abide by the state laws. Ms. Fuller and casual staff would also be employed, particularly around peak times such as Christmas, and safety of employees are always first and foremost. He added that Amazon will be giving back to the region with programs in schools and wider community. So guys, I definitely think that this is a good thing for Amazon. I mean, like, not only retail customers but also sellers as well, because now you can, like, if you have you can send your stock, you know, if you're in Brisbane, you can send your stock to Brisbane warehouse. Now with Amazon, they do have a feature in Amazon where you can tell, basically you can tell them that you just want to go to one warehouse. I think that's something that I will employ with my business, because basically Amazon tells you to ship all the different, if you want to ship some stuff in, especially this is for like in America, they kind of tell you, well, you have to ship, you know, some items to this warehouse, another to this warehouse, and another to this warehouse. This is to speed up the delivery times. But it is possible to just like send your goods to one warehouse, and then they will then distribute, you know, the goods to multiple warehouses. That's how they speed up the process. So when someone orders a I don't know, a coffee maker in Melbourne, there's actually stock in Melbourne. Your stock, you do have some stock in Melbourne, so then the delivery time is less. And then if someone orders a coffee maker in Brisbane, you do have also stock in Brisbane in this new warehouse. That's kind of how the gist of how it works. So I think overall, I think it's going to decrease the processing time. It's going to help Amazon, of course, as a business, and I think it's going to benefit sellers as well, because then like if you're located in, say, Brisbane, you know, why don't you just send your goods to the Brisbane warehouse instead of sending them to Melbourne? It's going to cost you less, cost you more money to send it to Melbourne. So, you know, I think it's just a good plan for Amazon to expand as they, you know, I think they'll dominate e-commerce, and within 5 years in Australia. At the moment, eBay is kind of like bigger than Amazon at the moment, but in terms of sales, but in 5 years' time, there's no question Amazon will be the #1 leader. So I'm kind of glad in a way, because, you know, with my business, it's, you know, it's been a year now and I'm still pushing forward, but it's certainly been a few challenges along the way as you go through the motions and you discover new challenges. That's just all part of it. But certainly, if you look at a grand scheme of things in about 5 years' time, no doubt, if you're going to be seriously looking at something that you want to work from home, there's no better opportunity right now than to start an Amazon business, because you can literally run it from anywhere in the world, a laptop, and you don't even have to be Australian to actually sell in Australia. Like, people think that you have to be Australian, but you don't. You can be in any country in the world. So for Australians, I mean, like, why wouldn't you just start with just selling some small product to see if you can sell it? Because once you start selling some items, you do, and once you start learning the system of how Amazon works, it really is just like, it just does run on autopilot. And I'm talking about Amazon FBA, where you send the goods into Amazon. So guys, so that's my take on the good news. I think it's a great step forward. And let me know what you think about Amazon. Are you selling on Amazon Australia currently? Are you considering it? Do you live in Australia, or do you live outside from Australia? If you have any questions, just comment below. Like I said, I've been selling for over 12 months now, so I might be able to answer some questions if you do have some questions. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We talk about, obviously, Amazon. We talk about affiliate marketing, ClickBank, crypto, laptop lifestyle, basically anything that's going to be able to make you some sort of income, so then you can then, you know, be like a boss.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what?